Adams. I'm in a great mood because we just finished recording with Ali Kolbert. And the episodes with Ali are always good, but this one is hysterical because we take some of your call-ins. And that was really, really, really funny. We also get into the morning sex versus night sex argument. Which one's better? And it's just a great episode. Patreon.com/WHGS. Consider giving $1. If we've made your week this week, give us $1. You know, it really, really helps. If everyone did it, I'd never have to ask again. So please, for the love of God, do it. And then I am coming to Calgary, Madison, and Milwaukee in Wisconsin, Phoenix, Tempe, Miami, and Columbus, Ohio. AshleyGavin.com to get a text from me when I'm in your city. It really works. I hope you enjoy. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Green Chef, my absolute favorite meal kit. Whether you're vegan, paleo, vegetarian, gluten-free, Green Chef has a ton of variety and they've got something for you. Plus, they have nutrient-dense, science-backed gut and brain health recipes. So if you're trying to eat clean or eat healthier, Green Chef also has a great option for you. Plus, it's easy and delicious. I can even throw them together, and I love them. You know it's good. Go to greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off, plus 20% off your next 2 months. One more time, that's greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off, plus 20% off your next 2 months. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. Listener, this episode is brought to you by Smalls, my absolute favorite of all time cat food. And no, I am not the one eating it. My cats are, but it's my favorite because my cat's fur are so much softer. They're puking less. I can tell that they're a lot more energetic and happy. And all of this has everything to do with Smalls. It's 2024. Are you still feeding your cat kibble? Head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. DM me a voice memo, we'll play it on the pod, and then we will respond.
Hi, big fan of the podcast, this one and the
Okay,
one.
fucking love that posh spice.
Oh, British!
Oh, fucking
I have a question. How do I kiss the Queen?
Can I eat banana with my crumpets?
Allie has no interest in answering the question. Allie just wants to do more.
I'm not trying to do more of an accent. I just want to talk about this in a way that this person can understand. I don't want to talk about that.
Say it all porny again.
I don't want to talk about that.
She doesn't want to talk about
I mean, it's a sexy voice, but when do you ever hear that in porn? Actually, that's really private and it's crossing my boundaries, so let's stop. That's never how any porn starts.
I kind of like to keep that part of my life private.
I'd actually like for this to remain a professional relationship.
Well, we're in the apartment. We're having gay sex. We're having gay sex with Ali Kolbert, fan favorite.
Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
And
How are you two?
Ali is you're out there.
What do you mean by that?
You're
What the fuck do you mean by that?
well, I just feel like you got out of a relationship.
I got out of a relationship a while ago.
Yeah, and then you told me some things.
I told you
about
things.
various people.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ali is out there, dude.
Oh, I was out there for a while, lost at sea.
Yeah. I mean, really, really, I was kind of a little bit worried.
In international waters.
No, fully. I was just getting dragged left and right by the riptide. I really was. It was like I could let go or be dragged, as they say.
But I'm glad that you're doing okay now.
I was having fun then.
Yeah.
In a different way than you have fun when you're happy and healthy. Do you know what I mean?
Truly. There's something so addictively toxic about a woman who is about to ruin you.
Yeah, I was having fun how alcoholics have fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, no, yeah. I was like, I don't get that. And then I just thought about men and I was like, oh.
Yeah. No, you do exactly the same thing.
Yeah,
There's some, because it is like a drug. Someone else has control of your life and you're just going along with the fun of it.
It's very addictive.
And if you're like breadcrumbed in the right way, you always have that little bit of hope and like this could be something, you project a whole fantasy, and it's really addictive.
Are you down to it like where I'll see a photo, like I'll see a woman's Instagram and I'm like, okay, I know several women who fit this category of person. It's oddly specific, but just stick with me. Have you ever seen like a sexy woman on the toilet photo?
No.
No.
Never
Have you ever, I'm going to have to show you guys. You've never seen a woman where she's like, you know, you can't see anything. I have to get my phone.
I've seen like
Sexy woman on the toilet.
very Gen Z, ironic, like heroin chic, like I'm on the toilet smoking a cigarette.
Yes.
I haven't
Okay.
seen that. Are
That
they naked?
I've seen. I haven't seen like influencer toilet pics.
No, it's not influencer.
Okay.
It's exactly what you just said.
Okay.
Are they naked?
No, they're not naked. You can see their legs. Let me show you this girl.
Where are you finding this? Because I don't know if you know this,
'Cause I've
but
seen it
Ashley's
twice.
Explore page is Joe
No,
Rogan's Explore page.
No,
It's-
we don't talk about it.
It's all meat. It's all like,
is that?
bro, what? It's all
It's
cuts of
meat.
meat. It's men
Why?
getting jacked. Like that doesn't even. What does that do for you?
I don't want to talk
Why
about
is
the
that your
meat.
page? That's so embarrassing.
I don't. It
No,
is
it's literally
embarrassing.
like
I don't want to talk
muscly
about
men
it.
It's like
and like cutting like
pastrami
roast
and men.
beef.
Take a screenshot and give it to me.
Okay.
For the people.
Ew, Ashley, that's gross.
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
literally is like I would think. So like I would.
like cuts of rib.
Yeah.
It's literally Joe Rogan's Explore page. It's insane.
I'm a vegetarian and
You're a vegetarian and a lesbian, and your whole Explore page is meat and
Yeah,
jacked
you
men.
are a vegetarian.
What repressed?
this is what I'm talking about. Like a shot like this.
Why is that there?
Can I see?
Why?
No, like to me.
Why is that there? What do you mean, on my phone or on Instagram?
Why is that
No,
on
that's
Instagram?
an influencer shot. I mean, like grungy '90s,
That's
like you
not
look like
what
you
we're
just
thinking.
OD'd on the toilet. That is
I
an
don't like
influencer.
that.
That's weird.
This type of girl?
Yeah.
When I see this,
Yeah?
I get a drug-like response. It's like the first sip of coffee.
You
it's
want
like
to
that
get
first,
ahead of that?
immediately.
The toilet specifically does something for you.
That puts me off.
Not the toilet thing specifically, but
All
the,
of this is like not making
you ever
sense to
see
me.
a girl on a toilet and get real wet? No, I don't know.
it's not the toilet thing. It's the fact that she would do the toilet
Well,
thing.
it's like she's
Yeah,
twisted.
I
It's
don't-
something about her personality.
That she just doesn't
You
like.
want a woman who
Say it.
you get wet for someone who also documents every moment of their life.
Yeah. A narcissist.
Is it someone who's just so kind of like thoughtless about like what they put up online, just like you?
Excuse me?
I'm joking.
I put a lot of time into deciding what embarrassing portions of my life I would like to release.
It's kind of that loose relationship with the internet. It just draws you in.
Well, some of it is
You
like
see a girl looking up SEO and you're like, you fucking slut.
no, that would be attractive to me in a totally different way. The stuff that I put online, like I know when it's unhinged. I know
You don't really put. Your grid is not unhinged.
No, my grid is not unhinged.
And the implication there
my
is
stories are unhinged.
your stories at times I want to reel you in, but I let you fly. I let you fly with those outfit reviews. How was your ingrown hair yesterday?
My ingrown hair got a lot of engagement, Allie.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
See, that's I love you. That's the worst sentence I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, no wonder you're attracted to toilet people.
But Jen is not a toilet person.
Yeah.
She does not have whatever brand of mental illness that is.
Yeah.
And so like I love her so much, but she does not offer me that drug hit of the toilet person. So when the
Wow.
toilet person comes around, I'm like, like it releases like a thing in me that I'm like, ooh, unhealthy, like crazy. Sorry guys, I said crazy. Blah. Canceled.
Can't say crazy.
She can say that she's crazy.
I have the
Sorry.
opposite. I like a private Instagram. I can't get in. I want to.
Oh, a guy with no social media ruins me.
Tell me you don't have Instagram. Tell me you don't have Instagram.
Oh my God, there's a guy I had a crush on in college who had no social media, and I like found his dad's Facebook.
Yeah,
like, I'll
you
go
did.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I will find you, and I enjoy the chase.
Oh, I fucking love that. Finding a rogue dad's Facebook.
I'm just imagining you with the corkboard and the red thread. And you're like, okay, so his dad sold a bike on Craigslist 7 years ago.
Yeah.
How does this connect to the White Pages article I found
Yeah.
when I Googled him?
You're on
I'm
his
not as
sister's
crazy as I thought,
LinkedIn.
though. You'll see TikToks that are like, you have a crush on a guy, and then you're looking at what his house sold for on Zillow 5 years ago.
That's easy.
Like, it's like, but I'm just saying, I felt crazy, and it's like, everybody does this.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't had that with a girl because girls, I'm scared to be,
I'm scared, period.
yeah, I'm scared,
Girls are
period.
scared.
But I'm also like, you're so nice, and I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And men, I'm like, let's fuck each other up, dude.
Wait, you're so thoughtful about women that you won't Google them?
I'll look up an Instagram, but yeah, I feel creepy. That's honestly, okay, let's fucking get into it. That's one of the reasons I would be, if I put myself in the position of kissing a girl, I'm like, I'm assaulting her.
You got to get over this, Maddie.
Even if she was like, I really want to kiss you, I'd be like, I'm doing something wrong.
Googling is not a... Look, it's unfortunate that
doing
we
anything
live in
wrong.
a society that has Google. I do think...
Oh no, I'm not. I will show you my YouTube search history right now. Last night I was watching paparazzi montages of Kristen Stewart. It happens.
It's so
And
funny.
I didn't
That's
start
like
the
your
culture. I'm
porn,
just
'cause
engaging with it.
You can't even like talk to a girl, so you're just like paparazzi break into Paris Hilton's house, like that idea. Just someone who like crosses all the boundaries you just get off to. That's funny.
But did you ever have that at first when you were like, maybe like before you were out, when you were like, oh, if I kissed a girl, I'd be like
When I was super...
violating her.
When I was super young, I had some sort of self-loathing, homophobic, like, you're a predator type stuff.
yeah.
But it went away gradually. Did you have any of that?
A bit of like carefulness around initiating because you want to read it right, and I felt sensitive to women and like the position women are in and like the people pleasing aspect of a lot of women but I got
For
over
me,
it
it was
pretty
the gay thing.
I got over it pretty fast.
Like, oh, you're turning somebody gay. But I
What do you
just was
mean?
like hooking up with first-time gay women over and over again. And like, you know, I used to blame this on me, but in retrospect, no one was out. Like, no one, it was just, there were just less gay people. I was young. People were having their first experiences. So, like, of course, when you're like under 23, a lot of the people that you're hooking up with, it's their first time.
Right. In that, like, when people are mixed about their sexuality or like confused about it, then like, you do have questions around like, well, I want to be really consensual about this. And like, also there's like just the murkiness of like date. I don't
But
know.
for you, it feels like it's more about women. For you, it feels like there's a liberal 14-year-old chronically online living in your head telling you
bit.
that you're a groomer.
Well, but it's not even that like I think anything. It's more, you know what it is? I think with men, I'm much more of a sub. Like, I'm a switch, but I'm a sub. And with women, I mean, I can't know for sure yet, but I'm like, I think I'm more like mask toppy is the inclination. Don't laugh at me.
I love that you
I
like
don't think
geared
that's-
up your
I
shoulders.
got big like I'm facing a bear.
and then you saw it and you were like,
Oh, I
well,
get
maybe
that.
I'm a top.
I get that.
But that is my fantasy, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But I'm like, oh, and it's like, and I know that can be desirable because that's what I want done to me by people a lot of the
Totally.
time. But it does feel so like not to be graphic, but the idea of like pushing someone down on a bed or smacking their ass, I'm kind of like,
have to.
It makes me a little bit.
You must.
It makes me a little bit, I don't know, like empathetic for men where I'm like, oh, well, then how have they done it to me? Because I just would be so scared that I would be crossing a boundary and someone wouldn't be speaking up. I don't know. I'm having trouble articulating it because it's not really rational. It's just this thing of
I'm
like,
glad that you're
I don't
hearing
want to
that.
hurt you.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
rational. It's
Yeah.
completely not rational.
No, I
That's the
get
nice
what you're
bisexual thing. I'm like, it's not rational because I know it makes me come. So it can't be, people are doing it, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they like it.
I have to
Yeah.
remind myself sometimes. I'm like, hit her.
You know what I do? I'll ask Jen, like, is it, what level of spicy is it? You know, like you can ask, you can be like, what are you into? Or
I'm just laughing at you being into toilet girls and then going back to your wife and being like, what level of spicy we doing today?
I mean, like it works. It's like a funny little way to ask without, I guess I do sound like a nerd.
No,
but it's,
I think
it's playful.
I said that. I think I say like, what sort of sex are we in the mood for?
Yeah, exactly. Like what's on the menu tonight kind of deal. And then Maddie, if you get I don't know, punch her in the face. Really take her out.
Yeah. Punch her.
If they're coy about it, that's the whole fucking thing, isn't it?
Why not ask what they like?
Yeah, exactly. Ask what they like.
Who is this?
Yeah, who are we talking about?
Is it a specific?
Scarlett Johansson. I mean, it's nobody. It's not even real.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the date that she's just not around anymore?
Yeah, she's like traveling. Yeah, she's not around.
That's
I'm kind of seeing a guy right now. I went on a date and it was very fun.
What was the date? What was so fun about the date?
Very easy to talk
I love
to.
when you come on because you host
knew
and
you were
I
gonna
can just relax. It's so great when
You mean
everybody's
that? It's not
hosting.
passive aggressive.
I mean that.
Yeah, I want to.
I'm never passive aggressive.
Oh, good, cool.
I'm aggressive.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm socially not great.
Yeah, I remember this now. Tell us about the date.
It was very fun. He was very easy to talk to. We kissed. I mean, it was the first date I've been on in.
You kissed?
Yeah.
Did it go well?
Yeah.
Good chemistry?
It's cute. Yeah, I think I want to see him again.
Was it a restaurant? Was it a drink? What was the vibe?
We went to a restaurant in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And it was cute. It was like I got a little tea. Sorry, I'm telling you the most boring parts.
No, I'm living
My
for
shoes were laced, but I tied them in the butterfly way instead of the one loop and a round way.
What kind of food though?
No, but it
Alex
like
can't get. We're not letting him.
We can't let Alex in. We
He
built a
wants
wall.
to-
I
He
just
wants
want
to know what kind of food.
you ate.
Oh,
As
we
a
got
resident,
sushi.
Nice.
Okay.
Which yeah, I love sushi.
Me
Sorry,
too.
I have some form of. It's not autism, but I am.
might be.
I am intrigued by I lit up about the sushi. My instinct was to tell you about how much I love sushi and go into that. I think
That's
interesting.
normal conversation.
I don't think that's autistic.
That's just someone. You're allowed to have hobbies and interests.
But I only have hobbies and interess.
What else is there?
Do you know what I
does.
mean? It's only like
Thank
niche.
you, Allie.
Beliefs, I guess.
Yeah, there's hobbies, interests, beliefs,
Feelings? Those are all things we can talk
Those are
about
part
here.
of the human experience.
Okay, I just feel like it's okay.
Is he okay? We can cut this part. Is he in the field?
No,
I love that.
not a comic. Yeah.
I have
is
a good
great.
question, I think.
Yeah.
When you're on this date with this guy that you said is fun, instead of asking about this guy, I'm curious, how did you feel? Did he make you feel like you're having fun? Were you having
Similar question in that vein. What about the gender thing? How did he speak to your gender?
Oh,
Sorry, I cut your
No.
question
No,
off,
I
and I was
totally-
like, I raise you another more
I like
specific
that.
question.
I like that.
I was pretty girl mode, but I also like not acting, but letting myself be a little more tomboyish and look, the tits are out, but leaning forward and doing a little
Bro, the tits are out there.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
That's exactly if you're asking the vibe on the
I got
date.
that dog in me, and the dog is two tits.
Bro, the dog will fucking suck your dick. Put peanut butter on this guy's dick, and this dog will fucking lick it, dude, because the dog is out. No, it almost. I'd like to do that to test them to see if they're cool.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Yeah, and he
was into it.
Yeah, cool dude. Yeah, because there is a little bit of. I'll be like, dude, are you fucking kidding me right now? If you can say that to a guy, but he still looks at your tits, I'm like, you're in, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great description of your gender.
Exactly what I need. Yeah.
Good.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Thanks. But it is weird when it's not a comic because I'm realizing there's so much built-in intimacy with comedians. A lot of times before you even had a conversation, if you've seen each other's sets, it's like, well, I might already know your relationship with your parents and the worst thing that's ever happened to you. So we just jump right into the deep end. So then it's
You
really
also have this shared traumatic experience.
and shared hopes and dreams and friends and community. It's like everything. And
You and I are at such different points in our career. You're like hopes and dreams. I'm like, death, destruction, sadness.
but But then it's easy to go on a date with someone who's not a comedian and be like, I guess there just isn't the same spark. And it's like, no, you're building intimacy with a stranger instead of being like thrown in the deep end. So you have to like remember that.
I've never felt that a day in my life about dating a comedian. I've never done it, first of all. And second of all, I would never feel like a shared intimacy. I would feel sick. Like competing over bits. Like I find comedians to be just really demented little clowns. I don't want to date them. I already feel ashamed that I do it.
Oh my God, it's the best though. You can like write together. I kind of love it. It's breaking up with the comic sucks, but being with a comic kind of
Who's going to
rocks.
support?
Who's going to financially support you?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely into artists.
No, people that are
Yeah, same.
creative. I'll say this more than the artist thing. I value creativity, and I value someone that is deeply ambitious.
Yeah.
And however that
Passion,
manifests,
drive.
I'm drawn to.
Yeah.
I mean, I think artistry and having an appreciation for art matters, but like I don't need a stand-up or an actor.
Yeah.
You know, someone that's interested in whatever it is they're doing. Like their work gets to be like a labor of love. I'm not drawn to someone that is kind of disinterested or like pushing away their work of like, this is just something I do 9 to 5. Like
Totally.
this is like feeding our souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I
100%.
need someone who has like a dream, like and like wants to, like leave something behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like is like it's like a life mission to do something and not just like clock in. And it's not even like out of a moral purity, like I need this. It's just like that is so attractive
yeah.
because you like care.
Right. I have a hard time relating to people that are not like in pursuit of some sort of dream. Really.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not really sure what you're kind of getting out of bed for in the morning.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I weren't that type of person.
Why?
Why?
I wish that, because I think life is simpler when you're not that type of person. I really do. I think if you can like have a nice job and have time and work-life balance and stuff like that, I think that's a simpler, happier life.
Well, I would agree with you that there's something simple about that, but I think what I've been feeling lately is even though I have a dream that like I feel like is burning me up in a good way, I do think the really good stuff in life, the stuff that I'll remember and value, is not my work.
Right, I agree.
And so can you have a dream that you pursue and also recognize that like most of the joy of your life won't be coming from it?
Yes.
So can that just kind of supplement or be the backdrop to something? And can you also, it's relationships are all that
Learning
really matters.
that balance of not becoming less ambitious, but like basically just exactly what you've said.
Don't couch your value in
has
it.
sort of been like
What was it?
the
Don't couch your value
Oh,
in the
oh.
next thing, because the next thing will never be it.
Yeah.
It'll never fill you up. And the only thing that will come close to making you feel okay is being loved and giving love.
Yeah.
Really.
And everything you do, you'll be like, this is leading towards the thing, and eventually I'll hit the thing, and then you die, and you like are like on your deathbed, like, oh, that all of those were the thing.
yeah.
There was
Right.
there was no secret curtain that was going to be opened. Like the process was the
it's
thing.
also just like neuroscience. It's like proven your work, like, you know, can fulfill you, but it can't bring you happiness. Happiness is like every day being around people who bring you joy and, you know, like feeling present and having gratitude. It's just sort of like there's a difference between those two things. And if you need a lot of fulfillment, which I do,
Yeah.
you know, like have your ambition, but at the end of the day, it's going to be family and friends that make you happier. But this got really,
No, it's totally true. I mean, I don't think people are going to be at the end of your life. No one is going to be like talking about, oh,
the
well,
double-ended
remember,
dildo joke.
yeah, remember that joke you did that killed.
Yeah.
It's going to be like your partner and your kids and
Yeah.
your friends that like love you.
Yeah. Listener, are you listening to our Patreon exclusive You're Having Gay Sex? Well, here's a sneak peek of what you missed last week. This keeps me up at night. The world has become a place where you cannot sit in knowing that someone vehemently disagrees with you, and you two can't have dinner together.
Yeah, bad feeling is bad.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you know Rain Fisher Kwan? She wrote a really great piece on Substack about this like desire for a frictionless life.
Yes.
And it's amazing and really changed the way I thought about.
Sorry. Yeah.
You can touch me.
I don't want.
Okay. There are 4 bonus episodes a month of this series, You're Having Gay Sex, on our Patreon at the $10 tier and then 2 at the $5 tier. Patreon.com/WHGS. Listener, this episode is brought to you by my absolute favorite meal kit, Green Chef. I am a lady on the road, which means I really need to take care of my health. So if you're trying to elevate your everyday wellness, you gotta try Green Chef because it's the #1 meal kit for eating clean. Green Chef delivers whole food for your body. They're committed to providing a holistic approach to nutrition by offering meals that contribute to the overall well-being of your entire body. Green Chef's new gut and brain health meal plans includes a mouth-watering array of nutritious dinners, clean snacks, and functional drinks crafted to actively support the well-being of your gut and enhance cognitive health. Plus, there's so much variety. No matter what you have going on, like maybe you're vegan or keto or vegetarian, they've got something for you. My girlfriend's pescatarian. I'm vegetarian. We can always find something to eat with Green Chef. Plus, I'm not a great cook, and Green Chef just makes it super easy to prep and serve the meals like I'm a professional chef. And they're always so delicious. I absolutely love them. Go to greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. That's greenchef.com/60gay and use code 60gay to get 60% off plus 20% off your next 2 months. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well. All right, cool. I had like kind of a topic.
Oh, let's
You guys
go.
mind
Yeah,
switching?
go.
We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
How many times you asked me how many times I was having sex a week?
Yeah.
And I responded, depends
Good
on.
morning, Ashley. How many times you have
Hey, how you doing? How often you fucking?
Yeah.
I answered, I was like, oh, it really depends on the week because I'm traveling so much.
Yeah.
So on a light week, I'd say it's 2. On a heavy week, I'd say it's around 4.
Yeah.
Damn. You're fucking minimum 2. Wait, 2 people or like your relationship?
No, me and Jen.
Oh,
I'm pretty dry right now, dude.
okay.
4 would be no
like 2
judgment. A lot of people a week.
4 is just hard from a scheduling perspective.
4 people a week? That's like a little alarming, actually. To be that.
Do we have the same majority ring in different colors?
Oh my God. Yeah.
The croissant?
Croissant.
Love it.
Bon appetit.
Should I get it?
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
I like it.
Becoming a big ring girly, but sorry, please.
2 to 4 with,
2 to 4
with her partner.
With my partner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And depends
that.
on the week. But Jen and I are morning people.
Morning sex people?
Morning sex people.
Oh, good Lord.
This is what I wanted to talk about.
Crikey.
Okay. Good Lord in the morning.
Blimey. Skadoodle.
We got to kiss.
What's up? Welcome to Morning Radio. You're talking to Ashley and the Puss.
Ding, ding, ding. Get out of bed. It's time to eat that ass.
Call in. How spicy are you feeling today?
Caller 11 gets a free rim. Free rim job for caller 11. Call in right now.
Did you ever listen to Car Talk when you were a kid?
What's that?
I don't know what car talk is specifically, but when we listened to Elvis Duran in the Z Morning Zoo,
Z100.
I was like,
Copyright claim?
I want to do that.
Really?
I want to be Elvis.
Hey, you're fucking doing it.
I know. I did it. I became Elvis.
Duran.
You forget that podcasting is like of radio.
Yeah,
Right.
That's where the soundboard and everything comes from.
That's crazy.
where
That
the-
gives me a whole new perspective.
Where
We're
that's-
on the airwaves. We're on the airwaves rippling through the American landscape.
Should we do call-ins? Should we do call-ins?
I don't want to
Why
talk
do
to
we
these
not?
people. I'm kidding.
We should, right?
Oh, yeah.
Alex said thumbs up. I can't. The stories we get are so unhinged. I feel like
Caller
email is my
26,
preferred
you're going to Jingle
medium.
Ball.
Let's find a way to do call-ins right now.
Oh God.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna find out. Alex is like, I'm gonna kill you.
Dude,
No. We're gonna find a way to do this.
This is easy. Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me.
Oh, that's the ingrown hair post.
Could you cut when I said?
I had a big
what,
ingrown
that you
hair
don't want
last
to
night.
do Collins?
No,
Did that
Maddie,
sound mean?
calm down.
I don't want people to think that I'm not grateful.
No, they don't think that. And
Okay.
the woman wants you to hit her.
There is a criminal in your brain holding up a gun trying to hijack your mental
seriously.
health.
It's called
Yeah.
OCD.
Yeah, I do have OCD.
Yeah.
I do have like diagnosed OCD.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
what that is. So just keep reminding yourself.
So how could I do this? I could take voice memos.
Fine.
Send me your voice memo on Instagram,
Yeah.
and we'll just take them.
How are you gonna do that right now?
I'm gonna post it, and then they'll go to my DMs.
Yeah, good. Do that right now.
And then let me post it on my Discord as well. Here we go. Hello, I'm with Ali Kolbert, and of course Maddie WIENER. DM me a voice memo. We'll play it on the pod, and then we will respond. It's a call-in. We're doing call-ins now. Anyway, here's my feeling about can I make the case for morning sex?
Yeah, I mean,
Because you seem against.
Well, okay,
You have to pick one.
It's a quick segue, but this is what I meant earlier when I was like, is some form of autism. The honk is like, I want to know why the honk was so loud. And we're talking about morning sex, which is so objectively more interesting. And the honk really distracted. There
great
was
pick for a
honk
co-host,
outside.
actually.
Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. Morning sex, I'm not against it, but as the primary form, I'm against it. I prefer night sex and morning sex as like a fun treat. Yeah.
You feel the same way.
If I have to choose,
You have to choose.
fine, I'll choose night sex, but I can't choose.
No, I don't love morning sex. Well, I don't like morning jerking off either. That makes me feel gross.
Morning sex is really for someone you're like much more intimate with than night
Yeah.
sex.
Well,
Totally.
I know I got a one night stand one time and we had morning sex and it was nice.
It's not called a one morning stand. Think about that.
No, you're right. Well, here's the way that I feel about it. In the morning, I don't feel this sense of pressure that I feel at night. At night, I feel like the time is coming. We did the date. It's the end. It's the thing. What's going to happen? And for whatever reason, this gives me so much anxiety. And I'm tired.
Yeah.
I had a long day. My hip hurts. In the morning, I'm fresh. In the morning, I'm like, the sun. A new day begins.
This is how people have to like walk their dog when they get arthritis. You're like, do the long walk in the morning. By the end of the day, his joints are going to be sore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something like there, and I don't feel like budgeted for time in the morning. In the morning, I have the whole day.
For your career, yeah.
Yeah, we can go for hour. Oh, I guess that's true.
Most people have to go to work.
Right. Yes.
And Ashley's like, yeah, I kind of sit around and cum all day.
Right. So that sounds great for like your job.
I guess that's true. But on the weekends is the best time because Jen has a
Yeah,
a
a
9 to
weekend
5.
On the
sleep
weekends
in
have sex
fuck is
whenever.
great.
Yeah.
All day.
But isn't that
afternoon.
so nice? You have the full stretch of time.
Yeah,
that's
that's
really what it's
amazing.
about for me.
Do you ever set the alarm early so you bake in time for morning sex?
Yeah, once or twice,
Yeah.
but not usually.
It's
I've
nice to do that.
Can't imagine sex that's better than sleep.
Oh my God. I will go off of no sleep to have sex.
Yeah, seriously,
I'll
I'm
stay up
actually-
late.
I think I have a problem.
No, you got out of something, dude. You always feel that way when you
I know.
get out of something.
Yeah, I just love having sex. I really love it. It's
great.
I would choose it over food.
Yeah.
And I didn't used to feel that way actually for like most of my 20s. I think I would have chosen
Oh yeah. How old are you?
30.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
Your sex drive starts to. I experienced this as well. Your sex drive starts to kind of go bananas in your 30s.
right now it's nuts for me. It's
Yeah,
nuts.
I remember that feeling. I'm just
I
getting
didn't-
hornier and hornier and hornier. Like my body's like, you got to get
Am I
this
good?
shit done.
Thank you. I didn't care about it in the same way. What's going on with my hair, guys?
It's still a little loopy, but
Yeah,
you
the
can't
loop
see
came
it on
back.
camera, so it's really not a big deal. It's gone. You got
Is
it.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't care about it in the same way. But maybe I was having bad, like, my sex wasn't as good. I feel like I kind of just learned how to have sex. Like it took just like a decade. Of
No,
me,
it is a process.
a decade of me kind of doing an impression of sex,
Hilarious.
and now I'm finally found my voice. Just like stand up. I'm like, this
know who
is
you
me.
are.
Yeah, I know who I am in bed. I
Yeah,
like know what
yeah.
I like. I know how I want to be touched. I know how I feel
Yeah.
comfortable touching
No,
someone
it takes
else.
a long time. That's why I think virginity is on a spectrum.
How do you mean?
Like, I don't think that, like, the first 8 times, even if you're having quote unquote full sex, whatever that means to you, you're like, you're exactly what
Right,
you said.
right.
Like, it's like you're bumbling around, you know, you don't feel fully comfortable.
Okay, dumb question.
Yeah.
Straight sex, it's very straightforward. What virginity is penetrative sex?
No, this is not a dumb question. This
What-
is everybody's question.
Like for you, what were you like, that's my virginity?
I considered my virginity the first time me and a girl went down on each other, but now I would say sex for me is sort of any kind of mutual genital stimulation, even if it's just fingering. What do you think sex is?
That I would say it's like, what's that quote the Supreme Court justice gave about porn where it was like,
Yes, you know it when you see it.
Yeah, you know it if you see it.
I'm sorry, Alex. Well, Alex is just getting demolished.
like, that's how I feel about sex.
I agree.
It's just, I don't know. I can't say it's this, it's this, it's this. It's just like, you know it.
Yeah, and you can feel it. Like, even if I get a quickie, like if someone goes down on me and like nothing else happens and it's not returned, like that feels less like sex than like an intense 45-minute like mutual fingering session where like nobody comes. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of know. You know? But I know in the straight community, if you guys like just 69 or whatever,
That's
you wouldn't.
sex?
I think it's sex, but there are straight guys who say that's not sex.
That is sex. Don't be fucking greedy, Brian.
No, it's like definitely under the umbrella. But I would put like blowing a guy in a different category of than like
that's
it's oral sex is obviously under the umbrella of sex, but like again, I'm only going off of like having had sex with guys, but like I also it's not even me like copying to like male ideas of whatever, like penetrative sex is. I'm like, that's the bet. You're inside a person, and I'm like, that's cool.
That is cool.
Where your part of your body is inside me, and we both feel good. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the best. That's
That
the best.
rocks. That's my favorite part.
That's
My favorite part is being like, I can't believe this exists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't believe like. Because sex could just be like some avatar hair thing and you fucking... I'm like, oh, it's so cool that it's cool.
That avatar hair thing is cool.
Yeah, you have no idea how that feels.
Yes.
What feels?
The avatar hair thing.
No, but it probably feels like sex.
Probably feels
Isn't
like
that
sex.
what lesbians do? Braid your hair together?
Yeah. Should we try this?
Oh my God, yeah, did we get some?
Okay.
I'm literally mortified. I don't know what I'm expecting.
Put your mic to the phone.
I
to
will.
Get a recording of it.
I want to see how many we got here.
God, when a hot person, like, and I don't just mean how they look, but like a hot person lets you fuck them, it's like, whoa.
Oh, it's insane.
It's nuts. It's like, what the fuck did I do in my past life to deserve this?
Yeah, and it's sometimes it's like, obviously you're turned on by the fact that they are hot, but it's also, you can be like, by the abstract concept of like them being hot. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this story is not performing very well, so we don't have a lot of. That's why you got to do the outfits
Oh.
and the pimple bopping
To get the voice memos.
to get the voice memos. But
Let's hear the one.
let's hear what we got here. So this is from. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say.
First name, not even?
Hey, Ashley and Ali and Maddie. Here's my voice memo. I was wondering what your tips are for long distance, or I guess medium distance, like 3 hours, because this is not fun. And when you're gay and just want to see your
3 hours?
person.
I know. I really like that they specified what the actual. Can I get a mileage on this, please?
3 hours is like
makes a difference.
medium distance.
Yeah.
That seems pretty long.
That's
even
like
to me.
literally Venice to Los Feliz.
yeah, on a Friday evening.
Yeah.
the time. How do you deal with that? That's my question. Hope it makes it on the pod.
I have a lot of
Hey,
thoughts on this.
Let's hear. Kick us off.
I'm anti long distance. I
But this
think
is medium distance.
What's wrong with long distance? Why are you into long distance?
because I think there needs to be an end in sight. If there's no,
Oh, well,
if,
there has to be an end in sight.
if there's no
Yeah.
end in sight, but lesbians,
With no end in sight?
there's
they
so many lesbians out there, no end in sight to the distance.
don't? Well, that's
It's further lesbianism. There's lesbians out there, and there's no end in sight. A long line of lesbians that just goes off into the distance. It's just a bunch of long distance lesbians.
eventually. I think there would be an end to it, though, even if it's not named.
But I think that's what gets you through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the only time I've done long distance is when it's like we were in a relationship. I was going to be away for like a month and a half, and we were like, we don't want to break up or be open. we'll sit this out and then I'll be back. And that was like doable because it was like, I miss you and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And I don't like phone sex. I mean, I would send nudes and stuff, but it's like, what is this? You know what I mean?
After your long diatribe of, there's a person inside of another person. Like, of course you don't want to send nudes.
Yeah, I'm all about intimacy and yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's like
I did 6 years of long distance. I have no tolerance for it anymore.
6 years?
Whoa.
Yes, when I was in my 20s.
I don't think I knew that.
Was it
stat.
long distance?
It varied because 6 years is a long time. It went from
Wait, bro, what? 6 years?
Boston to Philly for like a year and a half, New York to Philly for a couple little bit, and then New York to LA.
So you guys both moved, but it was never to the place you wanted to live together?
I was
Ready.
Well, she was in school.
Oh.
I was a senior.
For 6
she was
years,
a
she better be a
freshman.
fucking doctor.
And then she is a doctor. And then she graduated and went to grad school in LA, and she was trying to get me to move to LA, and I was just like, no. And
Wow.
yeah, that's kind of what ended the relationship.
What did you do? I mean, were you guys open?
No, we were just sad. We were just unhappy, unhealthy people.
How often did you see each other?
Quite often.
Like what?
I tried to go out there, like when it was Boston and New York to Philly, I saw her almost every weekend.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Miserable doing that drive over because I just became more resentful about not being able to live my own life.
Oh, God. Well, then you can't do it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, then you get to not do that because you know you're going to resent them.
Yeah, and I think that's the secret with long distance is how you need to be able to live your own life and then also somehow nurture this relationship.
Like it has to be sustainable.
Yeah, it
That makes
can't be
sense.
an all-encompassing, what are we doing to like make this, prop this up?
Right.
Both of you have to be built for this.
And
Wow, that was a
also-
great answer. I was so lost.
But also loving the time, if you're not able to love the time you're not with them, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's the same thing you're saying.
Yeah,
And like missing them and learning to love missing them,
yeah, exactly.
you know?
Yeah, and I think like I just think it comes down to the type of people that you are. And if you're just unhappy, you're just going to end up resenting each other. And that's what happened with me. Should we take another one? That's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Listener, I'm gay like you. And if you're not gay, you're queer coded, which means you probably have a cat or you're going to date someone with a cat. So you better load up on Smalls. Smalls is the best cat food on the market. I stand by it. Since my cats have been eating Smalls, their fur is softer, they're in better moods, they're throwing up less, and they just love this shit. That's why I'm so excited to announce that this podcast is sponsored by Smalls. If you're a listener of the show, you know that my cat cannot live without Smalls. Smalls cat food is protein-packed recipes made with preservative-free ingredients you'd find in your fridge, and it's delivered right to your door. So make it your New Year's resolution to get your cat eating healthier with Smalls. Smalls was started back in 2017 by a couple of guys home cooking cat food in small batches for their friends. A few short years later, they've served millions of meals to cats, including mine. And after making the switch to Smalls, 90% of cat owners reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal, and I include myself in that number. The team at Smalls is so confident that your cat will love their product that you can try it risk-free. That means they'll refund you if your cat won't eat their food, but your cat will. It's 2024. Are you still feeding your cat kibble? Head to smalls.com/gay and use promo code GAY at checkout for 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's the best offer you'll find, but you have to use my code GAY for 50% off your first order. One last time, that's promo code GAY for 50% off your first order plus free shipping.
Ever try to break a bad habit and felt like you're climbing Everest in flip-flops? Yeah, we've been there too. But there's a breath of fresh air. Fume. It's not about giving up. It's about switching up. Fume takes your habit and simply makes it better, healthier, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. When I first got my Fume, I didn't know what to expect. But then as I started using it, I realized how amazing it tastes. My favorite flavor is the crisp mint. Plus, Fume just released a magnetic stand for your Fume, so there's no more losing it around the house. It's built with fidgeting in mind, so you can spin your Fume around on it. Start the year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/gay and getting the journey pack today. Fume is giving listeners of the show 10% off when they use my code GAY to help make starting the good habit that much easier.
This one's 9 seconds.
Okay.
Allie's
Titties,
upset.
titties, titties.
Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the jokes that were made at the Golden Globes about Taylor and the Barbie movie?
Who cares?
I didn't watch the Golden Globes because I don't need to watch millionaires jerk themselves off. I don't care.
I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch it.
Jokes made about Taylor and Barbie, Taylor Swift in the Barbie movie. First of all, okay, let's cut through the OCD again. I fucking hated the Barbie movie. I hated the Barbie movie.
didn't.
And I think
you hate
Oppenheimer.
it, or did you just not like
no,
it?
I hated it. I went back with a friend, took a notebook, took notes, and compared it afterwards. I think
Whoa.
Oppenheimer did more for women than Barbie did.
That's not true at all.
That's
just
nuts.
fundamentally. That's
I
just,
hated Barbie. So
Why did you hate it so much?
Because it felt so completely infantilizing and unromantic in like a literary sense, where the climax of the movie, the whole like thing with screenwriting of like show don't tell, the climax of that movie is she takes her hands and goes, feel. That's not a plot point. You literally like looked into the camera and were like, emotion. And the reason there's no plot point is because they didn't even like, I hated they were like Ken and Barbie
just
weren't
really
made
disagree
for
with
each
you.
other, and it was like, but they are dolls. Like it just felt so like the end of the movie is she puts on a beige blazer and goes to the doctor. That's the like what
I think
the
you're
moral
missing
of
the point of why the movie was successful.
No, the moral of the movie was to reject love and put on a beige blazer.
No,
it's completely
that's not the point of
It's
the
also
movie.
an ad for a doll. It's an ad for a company, and we're like, oh, it's radical feminism, and it's like, bro, it is not.
No, you're
it's an
missing
ad
the point.
for Mattel.
The doll, the thing about the doll, and I really don't want this to be this podcast. I'm just going to say this right now. I don't want this to
Okay.
be a movie review podcast. But the thing with the
But it is
doll is
social-
like the intergenerational like passing down of feminism. Like at the time, the doll was really important for women at that point in society. And right now, the doll is not really that relevant. And the movie actually kind of points that out. That is why when she becomes a human being, it's like an acknowledgement that this doll, what Gen Z, the relationship between the mother and the daughter, what Gen Z requires from feminism looks different than what was required from feminism
Also-
40 or 50 years
some
ago.
of the mother-daughter stuff did get me.
But
That's
also,
the
if
doll
there's
is
this is, the biggest box office hit of the summer, this movie. And if there's a fun, digestible way to have young girls, young boys, talking about feminism in this way, that is really interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It's digestible feminism for the masses.
Why is my 65-year-old father talking to me about feminism after seeing Barbie? I mean, he wasn't doing that after Oppenheimer. It doesn't matter that the plot point, it doesn't matter. That's missing the point.
I mean, I get that, and I'm not like disagreeing that it did that to some extent. No, but there's shit like I also just it's the kind of like ironic detachment of like being like maybe someday in like Barbie land, Kens will have as much rights as like women do in the real world. And I was like, but it's kind of just this like weird snarky joke about like, yeah, now we switched it. It's like not
what you're focusing in on is an actual flaw of the movie, which is that the metaphor, the thing had a bunch of holes in it, which it genuinely did. Like
Yeah.
but that's not the point of the movie.
But that is the point of a multi-million-dollar movie. You're like, the point of the movie isn't that it's a bad movie. The point of the movie is that it aligns politically with what we would like to happen. I don't like the movie.
No, it's not a political thing. It's the craft of it is how the humor got to people like Allie's dad. That was the real craft of it.
Maybe it's just like not for me because it is meant to be like looping in people who like.
It's basic. It's basic.
Yeah, it's not. You're not going through this with a fine comb.
Yeah.
It's
Okay, here we go, guys. Are we gonna be okay?
I have more to
To
say, but
answer
okay.
to go back to it, those Taylor Swift and Barbie jokes are awesome.
What were the jokes?
Did
I
you
don't know, but that's what the original
They made a
voicemail
joke.
was about.
They made a joke. Joe Coy made a joke about how the NFL will have more cuts to Taylor Swift than the Golden Globes will.
It just wasn't a great joke.
Did anyone see the New York Times op-ed on Taylor Swift and her sexuality?
No.
It's attracting a lot of controversy right now because the staff writer at the Times, I think they're a staff writer at the Times or an opinion piece editor, actually, maybe,
About her sexuality?
was piecing together a lot of what the author feels was kind of dropped, these pieces breadcrumbed throughout her music, and then making a conjecture about, is Taylor Swift coming out through her music? And now the Times is getting backlash because they're saying it's not appropriate for journalists to make conjectures or whatever about an artist's sexuality.
This is a great topic. This, I think, is worth talking about.
But the article, you really have to read it in order to get into a discussion about it.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely read
And it poses really interesting questions. I don't personally think... I don't see a problem with the Times publishing this piece. I think that Taylor Swift has placed a lot of intentional things in her music and her tours.
That's the big thing.
So piecing that together or musing about that feels like everyone's allowed to do that because it's art.
Because the idea is that she's put this out intentionally through her art.
Right, but Taylor Swift's
Which I do
team
believe
has
she
come out
does.
and said, we really find this piece to be intrusive.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then why are you putting this stuff in your music and expecting people not to connect
she
the
might
dots?
feel both ways about it genuinely, which I think she does. I think she is a genius. I think she knows what she's doing when she breadcrumbs these things.
Yeah.
And I think also she might not want the other side of it.
I just don't know what we expect from Taylor Swift. Like I'm imagining if Taylor Swift came out in a really loud way about being bisexual, I would be probably a lot of people would say, great, another like cis, white, thin, conventionally attractive woman who dates men who's saying she's bi. Fuck that. Or people would be like, why did she need to do that? She didn't like it. There's nothing she doesn't say anything about like, why don't you stand up and say something?
There's no winning.
On this topic really pissed me off is when not pissed me off about Billie Eilish, but when Billie Eilish like soft came out as bisexual, it was like when she released that Lost Cause music video, everyone was like, "Oh, you're queer baiting, blah blah blah," because she's like having a sleepover with girls and it's really touchy and blah blah. And then later, like, "Oh, turns out she was bi," and like we get so mad at people that aren't like loudly wearing that label when they sort of start to dip their toe into their own sexuality. That it's like, fuck you. You were actually hurting a queer person because guess what?
Yes.
You don't know who's queer, and most queer people. Not most queer people, but a lot of queer people don't know they're queer.
Well, every queer person goes through a transition.
Yeah, so when you're like you can't do this if you're not, it's like fuck you, you're not letting people and then she posted a picture of that on her story and she didn't say anything.
This is an indignant episode. We are indignant.
Indeed.
But people were saying like,
but that's why. Oh no, sorry, no.
No.
I'm just saying it's so, especially if someone's a public figure on that scale, it's like, I don't know. People are so and maybe it's because of the internet, but it was so like, well, if you're not like loudly bisexual and clearly explicitly stated this and blah blah blah, then I can't even entertain the fuzzy gray area of you exploring these themes in your art.
I know
it's like, go fuck yourself, dude.
I wonder how people will like this.
I mean, maybe people are gonna get mad at me at the Barbie movie.
No one's gonna get mad at you.
mad
You're
at you.
making valid points.
I mean, because I do.
Good, dude.
Also, when they were like Margot. Okay, sorry, and then I'll let it go. But like, there's a scene where like Margot Robbie's like talking about like not being pretty enough, and then it literally cuts.
You're on a timer. Go.
It cuts and does this meta like maybe Margot Robbie isn't the person to cast to make this point. And it's like, yeah, so own up to it. Either make a radical movie where you cast someone different, or own up to the fact that you have a skinny blonde woman doing an ad for a product. It's an ad for Mattel. It was produced by Mattel. You don't get to be radical. Being just self-aware about the ways that you're perpetuating things doesn't make you radical. Anyway. Boom, fuck you. Oh, I didn't even do that right.
Here we go.
Damn, dude.
Wait, what were the Barbie jokes in the Golden Globes, though?
I didn't hear the Barbie. None of us watched.
No, but you said there were...
Hey guys.
I don't know.
I'm I guess late in life lesbian, so very new on the lesbian scene.
Congrats.
So not a ton of experience. So I guess just
Hey.
any tips for someone who's later in life after being married, coming out. Yeah.
Allie, I feel like this one speaks to you a little bit.
You think?
I think so.
In what way?
I think you have some experience ushering people in.
I mean, I don't know what it's like to be in that in that position. I only know. I mean, just get out there. I don't. It's like when people are like, you know, they spend like all this time contemplating how to start doing stand up.
Yes, this is so good.
And it's like,
this is so
maybe
good,
I
Allie.
should write. I got to think about it for another 10 months. Just like go get fingered. You need to get fingered 5 times a week or you're not doing it.
If someone
Sometimes I try to get fingered 3 times a night. Just to meet people, get my name in the scene.
And even if you don't get up, just like go to a bar, show face. You'll get something out of that eventually.
You will, you know, like produce your own events. If you're not getting invited to parties, throw your own party.
And go online and watch some of the best.
That's what I was about. I was looking for that one with porn. But no, I think you're exactly right. Follow the fun.
Yeah.
There's this
that's
huge
so cute.
FTF. You gotta
always say follow the
FTF
fun.
and you gotta FDF.
Yeah.
What's
But
the F?
I don't
the
know.
fingers.
A fussy? Oh.
Finger the fuck?
Finger. Fuck the fuck. Finger the finger.
finger?
I think that's a
Fuck the
Death
finger.
Grip song.
Finger the fuck.
Thanks, Alex.
No, I think you need to. I think there's this whole thing like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, oh, like someone's not gonna be interested because I'm coming out. Like, those people are so the minority. The people who are like, I don't want to, like, fuck. There's something wrong with those people, and there's something wrong with every other man that you're gonna meet. You know what I mean? Like, there's people with problems. Don't worry about those people with problems. More, you know, just be honest. Just be like, hey, it's my first time and I'm really excited.
Also, that's so hot. That's what I plan to do.
I agree.
I'll be like, I don't know. Like that's hot.
It is, as someone, that hasn't happened to me in a while. I haven't been with someone who like is new in a while. It's so hot.
Yeah, there's nothing
It's hot.
there's nothing hotter to me than 2 straight girls being like, "Oh my god, what are we doing?" That's nice.
Yeah,
That's not exactly what's happening with me.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah,
Just
you
follow
just
the
can't get
fun.
emotionally involved.
Yes. Yes, be a whore.
No, fall in love.
No.
No.
Sorry, I'm speaking to the lesbians. Don't get involved with the girls that are not sure.
That are like
they need to like
experimenting. Yeah.
spend time like on the street.
Yeah, they don't know.
Sorry, I thought you meant in general
on the
for this
streets.
person.
Like
don't
just
fall in
getting
love.
fingered 5 times a night. You know what I mean? Hitting the mics. Like they need to just do that because I just don't think like it's so sad. Like I really don't think you do end up with your first, and I think it is hard.
Very rare.
And if you take someone on the road too early, it can actually kind of be bad for them.
It can be bad. It can really be bad for them. They can burn out.
Yeah, you don't want to try to stretch 10 minutes into a 2-year relationship.
Well, also you don't want to build bad habits, you know?
Yeah. Right. It's true. I mean, no. But it's fun.
All right. Those were good answers. You guys want to do one more?
Yeah, this actually is fun. Egg is on my face. This is fun.
You guys ever date a squirter?
Not seriously,
been
but
a squirter.
I've been with some
You're a squirter?
One time, and I don't know, because I think I told you this, I think I said this on the podcast once, but I was face down and he was like on top of me. And then I got up and I was like, I guess I squirted.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Some people don't necessarily know.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the best sex I've ever had in my life.
Was that squirt session?
Yeah. I mean, like insane.
Wow. Ugh, love it. Love to hear that.
I had a crazy squirter once that I was hooking up with for a few months, and that was fun.
That's fun.
Hi, big fan of the podcast. This one and the one.
Okay, fucking love that posh boy.
Oh, British.
Oh, fucking
I have a question. How do I kiss the queen?
Can I eat banana with my crumpets? Can I eat banana with my crumpets, Mary Poppins? Okay, we see you. Blimey. How long's the line at the London Eye? Are you ever bring a date to Big Ben?
Oh my god, that was all of what we just went through with screaming at each other about Barbie was worth it for that moment. Can I banana on my crumpet? So funny.
Just wanted to ask how you might approach helping a partner through a really hard time with family that isn't accepting of their queerness.
Brutal.
Fucking hell, mate. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, that's rough, isn't it?
Jesus wept. Jesus wept, didn't they?
Not a bit of you.
Oh, but me, cracking off.
You know what always helps me when I'm going through a hard time? Colonize.
Turning into Ringo Starr.
Yeah, that accent really, I lost
Also,
it.
get him a spot of tea. Get him a spot of tea. Why not? What, a little milk and sugar, cream, maybe.
So unhelpful, just such disrespect. Just like the most earnest, thoughtful note. My partner is struggling with their family, and we're all like, crack on then. Crack on with a mum.
Oh, man.
Crack on with a mum, a little finger at a
I
mum.
can't stand when the birds are tiny like that. I mean, visit your nan. Visit your nan. Crack on.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. Okay.
Most thoughtful question.
Can you imagine someone being like, oh, I don't accept you? It's like, what? You're not a serious person. No, I'm sorry you're going through that. It's really hard.
That sucks.
Honestly, there's just all you can do is be there, dude. Like that's all you can do. You can't, there's just, you know, it's nice if your family's accepting, you know, but if you can't offer that, because I've been through that many, many times. And it can really damage, it can really hurt the relationship.
You guys are,
Indirectly, you know?
I'm not in any position to give advice on this, but I just am like, oh, I'm sorry for this person too, that it's like, I'm just sorry that would ever come in the way of you like loving somebody, because that's like, just fucking sucks.
Yeah, and it's just time, and it's time on like a years long scale. It's like Stonehenge.
Ultimately, you're not dating the family. But I'd hope that your partner could potentially like renegotiate the relationship they have with their family. Maybe they're not as close if they're not going to accept them, or maybe their partner doesn't have to kind of bring you around all the time. They can be a little more thoughtful about it. But I don't know, mate. It's really tough. I'd go to the pub and have a drink about it.
Ali has no interest in answering the question. Ali just
That's actually a really sweet answer.
Wants to do more.
I'm not trying to do more of an accent. I just want to like talk about this in a way that this person can understand.
No, I think we gave the right response.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm only quiet because I can't
It's
think of more
tough.
British things.
It's tough. When I've
It's
had
hard.
this experience, the only thing I know to do is like, I don't want to then, I'm still happy to see your family, but not all the time. And
Yeah.
it's hard when the person that is not accepted, like by their own family, still wants to maintain like a very consistent, close relationship with the family.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah.
If we're seeing them twice a year, 3 times a year, then fine. I can be like, feel like a shithead 3 times a year. But I don't want to see them every week then.
All I can say is it's on a years long scale. It might even, and this is a hard thing to say, but it might even take them seeing you in multiple relationships before they manage their own expectations, being like, oh, I guess this isn't changing.
I think this person is the partner of someone
partner,
with an
Right, but like that's
No, I don't think seeing multiple. Maybe it's just they need to see you with their child, because sometimes that's what it takes too. They have an idea of what a queer relationship looks like, but when they get to know your partner and
seriously,
they see how
has that been successful for you? Ever?
No,
Yeah.
actually no. It's never.
Because like I
That's
dated
never
the
worked.
girl
Never
that I was
mind.
talking about,
Never
the
worked.
6 year. This, I mean, right
That's a
now.
hope. It's a fantasy I have.
Well, the girl that I dated for 6 years,
Yeah.
the family hated me.
Yeah.
Because I was the first. Then
Or was it because of you? Because of who you are?
a combination.
Yeah.
But I kept doing this British accent. They were like, "Stop it."
Why don't you guys fucking like me? My insides are good. My innies are good.
Innies! My innies! Bro, get the fuck out of here.
Did they say innies?
No.
Okay.
That's why it's so good. Because they would.
They fucking would, wouldn't they? Those fucking freaks.
Okay, listen up, you freak. But
Also-
then when she started, I'm gonna stop.
Don't worry, you only have to see him in the summer. You're at Hogwarts the rest of the year.
Dude, I was fucking waiting for someone to say that. But I'm a fucking wizard. Hey, go on. I'm sorry. Go on.
That's how they come out.
Thanksgiving, get some flu powder.
They come out.
Oh, God, get some flu powder.
Oh, what'd you write?
You want to plug anything?
What's going
Back to
on
the
with
Ministry of Magic. Sounds like a real Professor Umbridge.
I will not tell a lie.
I will not date a girl.
I will not date a girl. I will not date a girl.
No, for real, I'm so sorry. It's so really horrible. If it cheers you up at all, I wish British people could revel in the joys of how funny they are. Because it's sort of like fish don't know they're wet. You know what I mean? It's like, God, it's great. It's just great.
I love British people. I think they're hot.
Oh, I love a British accent.
I love a British accent.
I mean, I love that.
I like British accent is so much better than Australian accent.
So much better.
Crash!
It sounded like a
Australian
kangaroo
accent?
got shot.
I'm gonna take a walk about. Sorry, we should wrap it up. Right? Yeah. I love everyone.
Ali, what are you working on and where can the people find you?
Oh, I'm at Ali Kolbert on everything.
Breaking Down with Ali Kolbert.
Breaking Down with
on
Ali Kolbert.
Spotify?
It's on everywhere.
On everywhere.
Videos on Spotify. We should have you on.
You should.
Thanks.
Let's
Maddie's
make that
great.
happen. I'll make
Awesome.
it happen.
Thank you.
Where are you going next?
Today?
No, like where are you touring?
No, I'm not touring right now. I'm just chilling.
Nice.
I wrote a movie. We're casting it.
Oh, shit.
And then
Congrats.
we're
It's in
production?
And then we're filming it.
Dude, congrats.
Thanks.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
That
I
fucking
wrote a lesbian
rocks.
rom-com.
Who's
That's so
filming it?
sick.
Who's filming it?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like, who's filming? Like, the director?
Yeah, like what's the whole situation?
Well, I can't talk about it like that.
Well, I would like to know.
I'll tell you after. But
That's
yeah,
incredible,
so
Ali.
we'll film it soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's exciting. And I'll probably move back to New York soon.
I know. I'm so
Huge.
excited about that.
I know. I
That
can't
fucking
wait.
rocks.
I know. It's going to be good.
That's so sick.
I know. I love New York. Yeah, everything's really great. I just have to, I'm like writing new stand-up right now. Just like, I got tired of feeling like I had to perform until I want more to say in a meaningful way. And I just like wanted to take time. I'm still performing like 2 or 3 times a week, but like, I just wanted to,
I feel that.
you know,
Yeah.
like I just was like, okay, it's cool to just like,
Once
do
you've been
other
doing
things.
it long enough, I think you can get to a point where you're like, what am I even writing about? And you kind of need to reset.
Yeah, and like I had a big life reset. So
Yeah.
like I want to like write new things and be thoughtful about it, and like the movie's fun and the podcast is fun, and like I don't know. Everything's good.
That's so incredible. I'm
Wow.
so happy for you.
Thank you. Well, we'll see what happens. These things have like a long fuse, and like it's a lot of like hurry up and wait, and
Yeah.
there's a million threads that you kind of feel like you pull on the wrong one and the whole sweater comes undone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everything's good. At Ali Kolbert on everything. Love you guys.
I'm at Maddie T. Wiener on Instagram. Los Angeles, I don't know if this will come out in time. February 6th.
Yeah, we'll get it out.
February 6th, I am doing an hour at the Lyric Hyperion.
Oh,
I'm very
yeah.
excited about that. Come see it. Link
I'll
will
come.
be in my Instagram bio. Thank you. Or in the Lyric Hyperion's website. But yeah, that's my big thing I want to plug. Phone is in the Bag podcast. But it's all on my Instagram at Maddie T. Wiener.
Patreon.com/WHGS. Please give us $1. It really, really helps. Supports the whole team. Calgary, Wisconsin, Phoenix, Miami, Tempe, Columbus. Thanks for listening, guys. Patreon.com/WHGS. Donate $1, please. You know me. I'm always begging. It never stops. It's $1. It's $1 a month. I give you a discount. It's like $10 over the year. My God. My God. Here's my gay thought this week. On this episode, Maddie was talking about this like feeling of like not wanting to be a creep. I was talking about it from the perspective of like people thinking that gay people are predatory. And Ali was sort of talking about it from the perspective of like, oh, what does this girl really want? You know, is she into this? Is she not gay? Like, what is this? Do you think, like, what is it specifically about lesbians that makes us useless? Because we all know the stereotype of useless lesbian. There's always some fear. The fear of being a creep. The fear of, does she really want this? The fear, no one wants to be with a virgin or someone who's new. The fear that they're going to look predatory. What is it specifically about lesbianism that makes us just so totally useless? I don't know. What is it for you? What is it that, look, I love that Fulton. I hope Fulton steals focus right now because he's in front of me on the camera. What is it for you specifically that gives you the useless fear? And what do I have to say to get you over it? What do you need from me, you know, for you to go and shoot your shot? Write in, listener. What is your useless lesbian fear that leaves you paralyzed? Thank you guys so much for listening. You know the deal. All the tour dates. Get a text from me. Get an email from me. Europe's coming up. Thank you so much for being here. This episode was so fun for me, and I'm really excited that you guys listened. All right. Have a great week, everybody.
Ever try to break a bad habit and felt like you're climbing Everest in flip-flops? Yeah, we've been there too. But there's a breath of fresh air. Fume. It's not about giving up. It's about switching up. Fume takes your habit and simply makes it better, healthier, and a whole lot more enjoyable. Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. When I first got my Fume, I didn't know what to expect. But then as I started using it, I realized how amazing it tastes. My favorite flavor is the crisp mint. Plus, Fume just released a magnetic stand for your Fume, so there's no more losing it around the house. It's built with fidgeting in mind, so you can spin your Fume around on it. Start the year off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/gay and getting the journey pack today. Fume is giving listeners of the show 10% off when they use my code GAY to help make starting the good habit that much easier.